Hey, what's up guys? It's Rick with the Digital Divide, and today we're going to be talking about the D8 Pro. This is a controller I recently picked up for a little project I was doing where I basically wanted to convert my existing laptop into an Xbox quote-unquote ROG Ally kind of Frankenstein device, because that released recently and it's really just a computer with a controller attached to it. And I figured, you know what, I already have like a tablet style hybrid device, so why not make my own? So this is what the D8 Pro box looks like. It's mostly in Chinese. There's not much to see here, but the reason I got this is because it is the widest extending controller on the market, and I needed that. Now, just to be clear, I'm talking about the D8 Pro, not the regular D8. That is a completely different controller made by the same company, but not the one we're talking about today. Now, this model has a bunch of cool features such as Hall effects joysticks. It also has magnetically replaceable D-pad and thumbsticks, which we'll touch on later. It also has a couple of presets that they have made for you that you can switch on the fly. I'm never going to use those, but it's there. So this is what it looks like outside of the box. The thumbsticks are really tiny. I have little grippy covers on them, but this is what it looks like when you remove them. They're about the size of like Switch 1 sticks, but they are replaceable. You can just yank them straight out, and there's a little magnet that holds them in place. So you can swap them out if you don't like how small these are. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with any extra sticks. It does come with an extra D-pad, although the one that's on there by default is awesome. It feels great. It is very clicky. It feels like you're clicking on a mouse button. But yeah, you can just replace any of these. You can see that there's a magnet in the center that holds it in place, but it does come with this extra D-pad, which I love. I love both of them. It's hard to figure out which one I like better, but they're both fantastic D-pads, and it's cool that this is modular. Now, this is the unit that I bought. It's 55 bucks right now on Amazon. It does come in black and white. It's advertised as being able to extend up to 13 inches, but that's not true. It can extend up to about 11.5 inches. This isn't made by Mega Dream. That's just the company that's distributing it on Amazon, but you'll find them under a bunch of different names, but it is the D8 Pro. It does have USB-C for charging, which is great. It does come with a cable, but it doesn't come with a power brick. On the back, you do have this nice texture grip. It feels great in the hand. On the side, you can switch on the fly to these presets, and then the triggers are dampened, so they feel very soft. Those are the only things on the controllers that aren't clicky. Everything else, though, is very clicky. It does have two extra shoulder buttons here at the top. I believe those are programmable. And then if you look at the face buttons, you'll notice that they have both the PlayStation icons and the Xbox icons, because this can be used as either a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. This extends very, very far. It's the farthest extending controller I was able to find online, so that's why I picked it up, because I'm using this for an 11.5-inch tablet. Now, this does have RGB lighting when you power it up. The home button is at the bottom left there. This is the default setting. And to control the lighting, there's a button on the bottom right-hand side with a little lightning icon right here. If you hold that button down and then also click down on the left stick, it'll cycle through all of the different color settings. I like to have just solid blue or purple typically. Now, this also does come with two optional attachments that you can put on the controller. If you have like a super slim phone or something that you're using this with, that'll help bridge if there's any gap there, so that it's a perfect fit every time, which is great. I'm not going to be using this on a cell phone, though. I'm using this on my laptop, and my laptop is kind of a hybrid device. This is what it looks like when it's on. Now, to pair it, when you first power this on, you're going to hold the right shoulder button and then the home button for about 3 seconds. And when you do that, the bottom left-hand home button light there will start blinking, as you can see here. And when you go to pair it on your computer, you have the option of pairing it as either an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, which means that you can use this as a PlayStation Portal if you wanted to, or you can use it as a portable Xbox ROG Ally, whatever they want to call it, which is how I'm going to use this. So I'm going to pair this as an Xbox controller and just leave it like that. And this does have built-in memory on the controller, so you don't have to repair it every single time. It will automatically remember your device and just repair it as soon as you hit the home button. And we're going to jump into the Xbox Game Pass app here. This is what you would see on the ROG Ally, for example, and it is just working immediately. There's zero issues. I'll jump through a few games here so that you guys can see that compatibility-wise, this works with everything that I have tried. So I'm going to test, we'll try Hot Wheels Racing first and see how it controls here and see if all the buttons are working and if all the features are working. Now, I forgot to mention this does have rumble built in, which is great. So there is force feedback and I can feel it immediately as the game starts and I'm driving. That is working. The sticks feel fantastic. Again, these are Hall effect sticks, so you're never going to get any drift. And because they're Hall effect sticks, they have the tolerance of the stick tension is a lot better. So you can set like the dead zone on each stick to almost 0 and there still won't be any drift, which is awesome. I have tested that and it works. We'll jump over to Spyro the Dragon will be the next game that I test out here. You can see that the icons above the NPC heads are correct. They are showing the Xbox icons, and this controls great. I mean, everything is super fluid. Again, no drift, no issues with dead zones, no non-functioning buttons. All of the buttons that you would find on an Xbox controller are also here, so you don't have to do any tricky combinations to get things working. The last game we'll check out here quickly is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Again, all the icons are shown correctly as an Xbox controller. If I were playing on Steam, you could set it to be recognized as a PlayStation controller, and then those buttons would show up as DualSense buttons instead. This will connect to pretty much anything. I'm just going to leave it connected on my computer and use it as like a travel device. I'm going to be doing some traveling this weekend actually, so I'll take it with me there. And instead of spending $1,000 on the Xbox ROG Ally, I'll just turn my existing laptop into one. But if you hit the home button on the bottom left here, you see you have access to your Xbox menu just like you would on the Xbox ROG Ally. It functions exactly the same. Overall, I love this thing. I've been using it for the last few days and I'm obsessed with it. I've been playing a lot more games like in my bedroom. I give this a solid 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it. These are Chinese made though, so the quality of the materials is going to be a little plasticky, but I mean, it's great, especially for my case. As always, thanks for watching and let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking one of these up.